Sue from Pan Grazing. We've all focused on sustainability, but I haven't heard anyone say the ethical, that we need to consider the ethical production of beef so that we head off the animal activists before they land on our gate. And that there's been very little focus on that ethical production of beef.
Anyone want to tackle that? Thanks, Russell.
There is a lot going on in that space right now. I've just recently attended the Lot Feeders Conference up there in Dalby, the Live Exporters Conference up in Townsville. There's a massive amount of work going on to address exactly what you've raised, and certainly back on farm. There's a huge focus on livestock handling practices and all of the above. So it's yes, we can all do a lot more, but I'm seeing a lot. The awareness is certainly out there, and it's getting some priority.
I think both Jane and David might want to make a comment as well.
Certainly, from producer priorities, it is absolutely highlighted within sheep and cattle, and certainly at the red meat panel, when we are looking every decision that we're making there, it is very much around the ethical and the animal wellbeing. So I would also agree with what Russell's saying. There is a lot of work going on in that space, and every decision and every priority that goes forward, that is very much a highlight and one of the things that we rate the projects on.
And I can just finish on that as well. In our animal welfare program, there's significant investments in looking at objective measures for animal welfare. So how do we get better at instead of subjectively looking at animals along the supply chain? We need fast, real-time, objective measures which can then give us a benchmark to ensure that our animals are well cared for. So I think there's a lot going on in that space.
Is there any other questions? Yep.
Thank you, Chris White. I'm a producer from Coolah, a couple of hours southwest of here. Just a question on Andrew Wales' comments about the content of extension programs that have been produced. You've made a few comments about people needing to own it. What is required for deliverers to own it?
Yeah, well, I think the IP, really. So if they're not developing the program, they don't have any IP in it, and it's really simple to go and run a one-day workshop, walk away from that, and not have that relationship. So the relationship that we spoke about down here with the PGS model, that was a 3-year program. I don't know who delivered that, but I suspect there was a great relationship between the deliverer and the people that were doing that program. So at the moment, there's been a little bit of I feel a toing and froing between MLA running the extension and wanting to step back. But the PGS model is that someone can develop that program and they still own that program. So yeah, I guess if someone's going to develop it, they know the ins and outs of what that is. They're not just jumping up and delivering a workshop that someone else has developed, doing it 2 or 3 times and then walking away from it.